Every hour, every minute, every second, there's something new happening. Your favorite pastime. Get all caught up here on Pastimes on the Mic. Be sure to follow us on Instagram, X, formerly known as Twitter, YouTube, and TikTok. Send us any questions you want answered by emailing us at pastimesonthemic@gmail.com. I'm here with my good friends Dennis Toohey and Guy Buckley Jr. How we doing today, boys?
Good, good.
Doing
Football
good, man.
Sunday over. We got a doubleheader today for you know baseball. I mean football. It's gonna be a little trouble I think for Washington. But how we doing, Dennis? Good.
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. As you guys know, because we just spent 20 minutes talking about it, I'm trying to solve a fantasy riddle in my baseball league that I'm the commissioner of. Everybody wants to be the commissioner until they have to make decisions like this.
It sucks, man. I
And
hear you.
everyone points their fingers at you.
Yep.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to now kind of advise him. Because I've done this for other people in our league. Trying to advise them. Kind of
Yeah.
if somebody has a question, be gentlemanly.
Yes, for sure.
And I'm thinking of just telling him, listen, man, you're gonna have to plan ahead on this.
Yeah.
And look at guys after they start, cut them and just take someone else.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because I did find 2 players that he could take. But for those of you who don't know, it's kind of like a question of one team is very outgunned with starting pitching, and they're trying to throw it together. And there's a question with starts and whatnot, and I'm just looking at the pitchers available. It's just IL, just all red, bleeding, blood all over the screen.
Everyone's hurt.
Yeah.
This week's always tough too. You got a lot of guys resting, for the playoffs. They're gonna miss
Mhm.
their starts this week, so you gotta bank on some, middle reliever guys who make these spot starts. It gets funky, it gets a little weird. But pitching wins championships. I'll tell you that. That's it. Pitching wins you championships, man. Real life and fantasy.
I can agree to that.
Oh. But speaking of fantasy, how you boys' fantasy football season starting?
Horrible.
I'm in way too many leagues. 9
Horrible.
leagues.
Oh, yeah,
Way
nine
too
leagues
many.
is brutal, man.
9, 8 money. Your league, Nick, the free league is the one league I'm in. That's I was probably my best team this week. I started Jawan Jennings.
Yep. 50
Oh,
burger.
I went against Juwan Jennings. Guess who didn't play for me? Christian McCaffrey. Guess who had the first overall pick? Me. Oh, he'll be okay. It's just a flesh wound, the 49ers say. And then that's what happens. And guess what I said after I drafted him? Brees Hall is going to be the best running back this year, but I think McCaffrey is just the safer bet.
Yeah, well, I'll do you one better. I kept McCaffrey in one of my leagues, and I made my name "What Curse?" because he was on the cover of Madden. So you can put the blame on me because I was like, you know what? It's Christian McCaffrey, bro.
That's a tough look. And guess what? I still almost won 2 of my leagues. But Travis Kelce doing nothing. And Christian Kirk. And what's the other guy? Calvin Ridley. Just coin flip. One of them's going to suck. The other one's going to score.
Yep.
Yeah.
They suck. They're horrible. The fact that DeMario, again, here I am, Dennis, Black Magic Fantasy Dennis, and I'm just like, DeMario Douglas, you're going to have to save me.
I
He was
mean,
good. He was good last
At
year.
this point,
did all
DeMario
right.
Douglas is just the suicide squad for me every year.
Yeah.
It's just, all right, here he goes.
Didn't he did all right. He did all right on Thursday, right?
Oh, I benched him. I
you
benched him.
Oh,
Yeah, I benched him. I was
he
like,
did
all right,
decent.
he's the only receiver on the Patriots. I'll put Sauce Gardner on him.
Yeah, the Jets really.
Jacoby Brissett doesn't have an arm.
Yeah, the
don't
Patriots
know
got
why
swallowed up by that Jets defense, man. No one on that offense was really getting anything going. As a Jets fan, it was a beautiful sight to see, man. It was great.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron Rodgers had that nice throw to Garrett Wilson for the touchdown. He looked like vintage Roger out there.
He looked great, man. He was just quick with the release. He was hitting everything. Barely any incompletions. It was such a great sight to see, man. Thursday Night Football at MetLife, too. Gets his first win at home. Oh, what a
Yeah,
great game.
I was happy with that. I was happy to see that for Jets fans. I was
Yeah.
like, this is what they wanted last year. Unfortunately, that didn't happen, but now it's looking up. I know we're already 3 weeks in. We're already, which is crazy to
It's
me.
flying by, man.
I was thinking about that. Before you know it, I'm going to be sitting here talking about what pick the Commanders are going to take. But I mean, I was I was like, wow, week 3. But Rodgers, I liked how he. I thought the Titans game. I was like, oh, that's not really.
Yeah, it's a lot of rust being shaken off
Oh,
still
for sure.
with him and Mike Williams as well. And Mike Williams, and I think he's going to be, for all you fantasy nerds out there like us, I think that's going to be, if he got dropped somewhere, I'd pick him up. I think he's going to be like a season winner, man, for sure. He's going to keep getting more catches, he's just going to heat up, man. He's just shaking off that rust still. He had a few good grabs against Tennessee.
Talk about Mike Williams?
Thursday night. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike Will, man, I'm telling you, he's just getting started too. So health, that's all they need. If health is on their side, the blueprints come to life, man. They look good.
Yeah, I was watching when I watched that game, Patriots Jets. I was watching Garrett Wilson, and I had him. I said, I don't know if I told you, Nick, but prior to the season, I said that I thought Garrett Wilson was going to be wide receiver 1 of the league.
Wow,
that was my take.
It's not.
I mean, I'm starting to see like there's still some chemistry problems I think with Wilson and Rodgers, because Rodgers, when he was on Green Bay, just loved the back shoulder throw to Devontae Adams in the end zone, or just in general on the sideline back shoulder, because he's putting it where no one else can get it besides his receiver. It's either his receiver or no one.
Yeah.
And I think Wilson, there was a play where he threw it up the sideline to him, and it was like, he didn't read that. But I'm starting to see the chemistry definitely build.
Yeah.
But there's definitely still some little tweaks they need to work on, I think.
Yeah. At the beginning of the season, when I was looking at the schedule, I was kind of making my predictions of, week 1, WRL, week 2, WRL. The first 3 weeks in, it's pretty much what I expected. I expected a loss against the 49ers. You got the 2 wins against, a pretty lackluster Tennessee team. And New England's always kind of a wild card. I know they have a whole new regime now. So I was glad they absolutely demolished them Thursday night. So it's kind of what I expected. He's a 40-year-old QB, a little rust here and there getting shaken off. Mike Will's going to come back. Garrett Wilson's Garrett Wilson. And I want to shout out to Braylon Allen. This kid looks sick.
I would not want to tackle that guy.
Sick. The run game looks great. The defense looks good. So like I said, the blueprints come to life, man. As a Jets fan, and I think most football fans will appreciate what's going on here. So it's great.
I'm right there with you with the struggling franchises. I'm just happy to see the franchise that once was struggling is now flourishing, because Washington is just,
yeah. And
I think they're mad.
The whole AFC East too. It's kind of, we lost Tua, in Miami, and the Patriots. I don't think they're that good of a team. I think they're going to be in a little bit of a rebuild phase. It's really between them and the Bills. Bills are off to a little bit of a hot start, and the Jets got Denver next week, then Minnesota, and then Buffalo. So I hope they can win against Denver and Minnesota. Buffalo's going to be the real test, I think. To see
I don't know. Minnesota looks.
They look good too, and the Darnold revenge tour, I'm kind of dreading a little bit, but I think if the Jets, keep heating up, get Mike Will more involved, I think it should be a good game. I think the Jets should win that. But yeah, I think that Buffalo matchup week 6 is going to be the real test here. But we'll see. Hopefully they can get a good, nice winning record here.
Yeah, I mean, Jets are looking good.
Yeah.
They're looking good. I know, that's kind of an understatement, but let's be honest. We just got to call it how we see it. The Patriots, maybe they're exactly who we thought we were before the season started. If they don't have time of possession, they're just not going to win.
Yeah.
They don't have a quarterback. Brissett is not a good quarterback. He doesn't have the arm for it. I'm looking at their roster. Their best wide receiver is probably, we know who their best receiver is. It's Demario Douglas, who's a guy who, I like because I have him in my fantasy leagues a lot and stuff like that, because he's a good dude that's under the radar. But his only strength is if you throw it, he'll catch it.
Mm-hmm.
He can't really. It's not like he's explosive. It's not like he could do much. If Ramondre Stevenson, who, let's be honest, I think throughout his career has been shaky, high highs, low lows. If he's not doing anything, then offensively they're not going to do much. And if they're not going to get the field position for their defense to really drive things home, then they're not going to win. And that's exactly what happened against the Jets.
Yeah.
So part of me is take it with a grain of salt. I don't want to be a hater. They're now 2-1. I get it. They beat Tennessee last week. Tennessee took them the distance. Tennessee shouldn't have taken them the distance.
Yeah.
Just to be honest, week 1, they beat the 49ers. The 49ers beat them handedly. Now they got Denver, who's coming in hot.
Yeah, they just beat the 2-0 Bucks.
Yeah. And, I mean, we'll
And it
see
wasn't
how
even
it
close.
is. It wasn't. It was never close.
It was never close.
And we'll see how it is. I'm kind of mad that Bo Nix did good in that game because I wanted to see Zach Wilson.
Next
Because
week.
I honestly think Zach Wilson is going to be a Baker Mayfield or Sam Darnold. That kid's going to have a good career. He just needs to be put in the right system. I'm not going to forget. I know we spent a lot of time on it last year, but I'm not going to forget. I saw him be better than Mahomes and be better than Jalen Hurts 2 out of 3 weeks in a row.
He's definitely.
I mean,
overhated.
I'm not saying he's the
overhated.
best player in the league. I'm just saying that
he has that potential to
is
get
there.
to that. Yeah.
Yeah, the
And
potential.
that's
is there
why
to
it
at least
sucks
be like
sometimes. That's
a
why I'm
starter.
happy. That's what the Patriots are kind of taking with Drake May. And shout out to Jacoby Brissett to just go out there and continuously get lit up. And that's not that's not the rookie going out there and getting lit up. So props to Brissett for that. But I feel like they coming into the NFL, like I feel like sometimes the quarterbacks that are taken in the first round shouldn't always just go out there and start. Like just because they have that first round pick and they killed it in college, they shouldn't necessarily go out there and be a starter. And yeah, maybe that could kill their confidence a little bit, but I'm happy that, they took the time with Drake May and, they're kind of letting him develop more. And Jacoby Brissett isn't a slouch. Like, I mean, he's a vet. He's been around the league. He definitely has experience. So, he's not a terrible person to learn from. But I mean, I think, 3 to 5 years from now, Drake May could potentially be someone great, not, Brady level, but someone, a good player. So, you got to give it some time, I think, with the Patriots.
I actually like Drake May a lot, too. I think he's going to be a pretty good QB in the league.
Yeah, and listen, it's nothing against the Patriots. We all expected them to rebuild.
Oh, yeah.
So it's nothing against them. It's just like Jets, jet up, maybe, take some time taxiing a little,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was
relax.
saying. That's what I was saying about the whole Buffalo match. I think, these next few weeks lead up to the Buffalo series, I think that's going to be the huge test. Like you just said, Titans are a lackluster team. Patriots start a little hot to begin the year, a little surprising, but in the end, we know what they are. It's kind of a little bit of a lackluster team. So these next 3 weeks, hopefully they can go 3-0, or at least get these what should be wins against Denver, Minnesota, and Buffalo, for the division. So we'll see what happens with that. But on the other side of New York football, though, and speaking of rookies, Malik Neighbors, Dennis,
I'm trying to make
how
a
we
G right
feeling,
hand.
bro?
They can't make a G.
LSU wide
Is that a
receiver.
G? Yeah, I'll call that a G. How many good Giants wide receivers have I seen in the last 10 years? Richie
You only need
James,
one
can't forget
hand.
my boy. Put respect on Richie James's name. I don't know why he's not on the Giants anymore. That's crazy to me. Well, he can't punt return. Great. He was the best wide receiver we ever had under Daniel Jones. So let's just get rid of him. OBJ? Victor Cruz? I want to say Sterling Shepard.
Yeah, he has his games.
But it was so he was injured so often that I always felt bad that if he played out his career 10 times, we probably saw the worst result.
Yeah.
But he was okay. And now we have Malik Neighbors. And I like Wan'Dale Robinson too. Jalen Hyatt, we don't really see much from, but I'm happy that we finally have the superstar wide receiver everybody thought, Kenny Galladay was going to be for us. Or thought Jalen Hyatt would be for us, or Kadarius Toney would be for us. I'm happy we finally have a superstar wide receiver, and one of those guys not as good as Justin Jefferson or CeeDee Lamb, but somebody that becomes watchable, like somebody that you want to look forward to, like appointment viewing for. It's to a point where my mom doesn't know anything about football. She's trying to get into it. She's trying to watch it. Me and my dad every Sunday.
Yeah,
and she's becoming a big Malik Neighbors fan. She's like, this kid's good.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm happy. I'm happy that a casual fan could appreciate. Less than casual fan could appreciate how good he is. That we have one of those guys now that
he got a sick catch yesterday in the back of the end zone, bro.
Phenomenal.
That was phenomenal. A great catch.
That I'm happy that we just have a weapon like that. now it makes me miss Saquon Barkley a little more. Because it's like Devin Singletary is good. Don't get me wrong, but he has had 2 like pretty costly fumbles so far. It's like we can't keep lucking out, And the thing is, as much as people want to hate on the Giants, I think Daniel Jones is the most overhated athlete I've ever seen in my life. I can't think of even
That just comes with being a New York athlete.
No, I think
even
he's
just that, it's dude burning his jerseys and stuff, and like it's insane.
Good for him though,
also because it's not just the New York media. It's not just the New York media. It's the Fox Sports media. It's the ESPN media.
They did it to Rodgers last year. They made Zach Wilson out to die. Like they hated him. No one wanted
Daniel
to see Zach
Jones.
Wilson.
Like people forget before he got hurt last year. Now all of a sudden it's like, all right, so he's just the worst quarterback in the league, and you can't push back on it. I stand by what I say. Trevor Lawrence is Daniel Jones with better weapons, and I don't care what anyone says. He's got a better arm, sure. He's worse at everything else.
I mean,
I don't know. You want to
I when I went to the game last week, Washington versus Giants, you do not blame that loss on the Giants defense or Daniel Jones.
No,
you do not.
You can't
go out. If I told you before the game, hey, the Giants are going to score 3 touchdowns, and you're going to the Redskin Commanders, they're not going to score a single touchdown. You think you're winning that game?
Yeah,
that's coaching. That's coaching.
What's next? Daniel Jones clearly isn't that guy. If they go 0-3, that's what it would have been. Because like the Browns almost came back last night.
And the Browns almost came back yesterday.
The Browns almost came back yesterday, and you know who was to blame for it? One of the worst officiating calls I've ever seen on Daniel Bellinger. I don't know if you guys saw it.
I didn't see that.
They called him for a holding because he manhandled the safety because he's a tight end. So he's bigger than the safety, just manhandled him.
And he blocked him?
Yeah, he blocked him. He held him, but he didn't hold the jersey. He held him stiff, almost like a bouncer at a bar, and just threw him down.
Mm-hmm.
If that's an offensive lineman, or if that happens on the line, everybody's flipping out about it. That's being a good teammate.
Yeah.
And then that cost the Giants yardage, and a first down is a big play. Then we don't get the first down. Then we have to kick it. Then it's a stupid offsides or something like that on the punt. And it's, just one thing after another. And I'm thinking like, great, this is going to happen again. And again, our offense or coaching is going to get blamed for stuff that wasn't really their fault.
Yeah.
I just, after the 2 weeks,
we could have been
Daniel Jones. I don't know how you hate on him. He has not been the problem the last 2 weeks.
We could have been 2-1.
100%. You guys should have beat Washington. 100%. Yeah. The reason why you didn't beat us is because Dable didn't plan for a backup kicker. That's why you lost. That's the whole reason why they lost to the Giants. I mean, the Giants lost to the Redskins. It's the whole reason why.
Especially when kickers just get shifted around the league every week.
Yeah, I mean, before that game, Washington didn't have a kicker.
Yeah, they were saying that on the broadcast.
Seibert off the couch, and he went out there and kicked 7 consecutive field goals and won the game for them.
Yeah. I don't understand how that happens. What happened to that kid, Rodrigo Blankenship? The Lego guy?
Yeah, the guy with the goggles.
I don't even think he's in the league right now.
No,
he can't kick. You can't give a guy for 1 week. There's not one guy on your roster that you could put on the IR. There's not one guy on the roster you could put on the IR just for the roster spot. Maybe you should just put your kicker on the IR for the roster spot.
That's Dable's fault for not sitting out, knowing throughout the week that he had a hamstring problem and continued to start him, and he goes out there and gets hurt on the first drive on the kickoff because he's chasing down Austin Eckler. And it didn't even matter if he tackled him or not because there was a block in the back penalty and the touchdown would have got negated. Either way, it didn't count. So that's just poor coaching, I think, on Dable's part.
I agree.
He should be getting – and I was a huge Dable guy. I still believe in him, but I just don't think he's making the right calls right now as a fan. And I think Daniel Jones gets the shit out of the stick because it's Daniel Jones, and it's just like they just put everything on him when in reality it's coaching.
Let's be honest. They never wanted the Duke quarterback to succeed. That's what it is.
No.
That's what it is.
They want a 6th-round draft pick out of Michigan.
If you're not, because even after he got hurt last year, just immediately he got hurt on a freak thing, tears his ACL, and immediately, all right, so he's the worst quarterback in the league. Great, move on. And listen, let's Let's just call it how it was. Same thing with Zach Wilson. They took one look at Zach Wilson. The kid's from Utah. I don't want him to do good.
Yeah.
People are making jokes about how he looks like something out of High School Musical or something like that. And immediately people decided, I don't want this kid to do good. It happens. It's unfortunate, but it happens. Because that's what it is with Daniel Jones. Like, somebody who knows football isn't going to sit there and tell me that, like, he's not just average or above average. He's not one of the worst starters in the league. Absolutely not.
He has a playoff win under his belt. He can't be that bad.
With Richie J, like I always say it as a joke, and I know you guys are like, okay, back to usual pastimes on the mic. Dennis going on unhinged rants about Daniel Jones. His best wide receiver towards the end of that year was a guy who couldn't get minutes on the Chiefs, who everybody whines and bitches about for not having good wide receivers and how their wide receivers fail Patrick Mahomes. Think about that.
Yeah.
And then the Giants didn't re-sign that wide receiver because why? Why would we?
Yeah.
It makes too much sense. So, like, I'm happy to see that he gets a big win over the Browns. The other sideline, on the other hand, woof. What's going on with the Browns now? Their defense was outstanding the second half. They sucked the first half. They're supposed to be a defensive-led team. They're 0-3 now.
Hurt.
They're 1-2.
He said he hurt his. He said his feet. He hurt both of his feet. Myles Garrett did.
Wow.
Don't know the extent of what it was, but he said he's been playing on injured feet to start the year, and he doesn't plan on getting surgery until the end of the year. And I'm pretty sure they walked him off the field yesterday. He got hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah, God forbid they lose him. They're screwed because Deshaun Watson's not doing it.
I need to know, like, I mean, sitting out for a year, obviously we know the allegations against him.
Yeah.
I just, like, he looks unplayable. Like, I genuinely think it's time to consider the Browns benching him.
There's no way Jameis Winston's worse.
It's just, he is almost unplayable at this point. And it's week 3, I get it, but, like, he didn't look that good last year either.
No, he didn't look good at all last year.
He's not Deshaun Watson of the Houston Texans. He's a complete different person on the Browns. Like, he's not a good quarterback right now. Like, he's benchable.
I think last week against the Jaguars was the only week since going to the Browns where he's looked like the best quarterback on the field.
Yeah. Yeah, it might just be the year of the QB too. Who knows, man? Darnold's balling out. Malik Willis is balling out. So who knows? Maybe Winston could, give you some run here.
I think Darnold going on to the 49ers and then getting a starting job somewhere, I think Shanahan really helped his career.
Oh,
because
yeah, dude.
His offensive play calling, he has Jordan Mason looking like Christian McCaffrey. Like, maybe it's obviously Christian McCaffrey is very good, but his system is clearly
Jennings, bro. Like, dude, he makes
Jawan Jennings, bro. Brandon Ayuk is not Brandon Ayuk. He does not. He didn't even get 10 points in fantasy yesterday, and you're missing McCaffrey. You're missing Kittle. You're missing Debo. You're missing and you're telling me Ayuk isn't putting up those types of numbers? Jawan Jennings is. Come on, bro.
Well, I think a lot of that, the Rams expected Ayuk to go off, so they were just feeding Jawan
Jennings, so they probably were doubling Ayuk. Yeah.
If I had to guess, I mean, that's what I would do.
But yeah, to your point, though, Guy, it's the 49ers. Everything they touch turns into gold. It's like you just said, like maybe Darnold, got some great coaching and pointers from Shannon. He's offensive genius. I mean, and he comes to the Vikings.
Coach Washington let go.
Yep, exactly.
Washington's a joke.
It's just insane what the 49ers do, man. I don't know what they got going on in the locker room, voodoo magic. I don't know, but whatever they do, it turns into gold. It's insane.
And you know what's crazy? They're 1-2.
Yeah.
The 49ers are 1-2. They lost to the Rams yesterday, and they lost to Sam Darnold. And
they lost to the Rams?
Who? Yesterday.
What? I was at the Mets game, so I didn't watch it.
Yeah, the 49ers lost
they yesterday. Blew it?
27-24. And they lost to the Vikings. That's why I'm saying
how did they blow it?
I think the Jets have more of a challenge against the Vikings than they do the Bills. I mean, I think that's the real test. Their defense is good, but yeah, they blew it, Dennis. They blew it. I don't know.
You
I
were
wasn't
up
really watching
21
it.
to
I was
7.
like, I was watching it, but I had so many screens on. It's so hard to keep up with what's going on. But
Yeah.
they Moody missed a field goal to go up. I don't know, what was it. I think it was to go up 2 possessions, and he missed. And then the Rams got the ball, scored.
And the Rams are without Nakua and Cup, right?
Yeah.
Yes, they have
Wow.
Demarcus Robinson, Tutu Atwell, but Kyron had a great game yesterday.
I'm
Williams
just
looked awesome.
I didn't watch the game, but I'm just looking at the wide receivers for the Rams. Everybody was getting multiple catches and multiple targets. So I think, as good as Matt Stafford is, I think people forget he was on a Lions team with Calvin Johnson and Spit and Glue, and then Calvin Johnson left.
Yeah.
And who is he throwing to? Do you know what I'm saying? It was Kenny Galladay. I think history has proven that might have been part of the Spit and Glue. And he knows how to be competitive.
Yeah.
All right,
That's just
whatever.
a
I'm
vet.
not going to bellyache about not having my best wide receivers. You're here. You're in a uniform. Catch it.
Nope.
So that might have something to do with it. That he's used to playing with the Bad News Bears, and the Bad News Bears won. That's crazy. I wish I saw that game now, because the Mets was good, but that's interesting.
Yeah.
Although I don't think I would have been able to, because I don't have the. What is this on YouTube TV now? All the games.
Yeah, the NFL package or whatever. Yeah. Yeah. And like I just said, man, it's all these injuries and stuff. All these QB2s are getting the opportunity. Andy Dalton, on the roster is the QB2, gave some life to Carolina. Malik Willis, man, he's balling out.
It's crazy because you can't even consider starting him after Jordan Love, because you just paid Jordan Love all that money.
Oh yeah.
But good for him. I mean, he went out and got a W against a team that traded him.
Yep.
Team that drafted him.
Yeah. I like Malik Willis, man. I think he's a good, solid QB2 in the league, man.
No, that's the thing now with quarterbacks in the NFL. They can run and they can throw. That's like the new thing. Dual threat quarterbacks.
And speaking of who was originally supposed to be a QB2 on the Steelers, Justin Fields and the Steelers 3-0.
You don't start Russell Wilson.
Yeah, I mean, once you're 3-0, yeah. No matter how you play, something's working. I really don't watch the Steelers, so I mean,
their offense is good, but their defense is very good. I think that's what has them at 3-0 is their defense, and
that's what I was hearing. Their defense is really good. How has Pickens been this year? That offense?
Mid. Obviously he has the potential to be a stud in the league, but I just don't. I think he's been very mid this year to start the year.
Yeah, these QB2s, man. They're balling and they're winning. Most importantly,
and they just keep disrespecting my boy TJ Watt, bro. Keep disrespecting him. Give the defensive player of the year to Myles Garrett. TJ Watt led him in every statistical category last year.
Yeah, we had a whole poll on that on Twitter last year, and TJ Watt won the poll. He won the poll. It's kind of crazy. Yeah, that was a good take last year. Yeah,
he was versing Joe Alt. I don't know if he versed Max Crosby and Myles Garrett, I believe, the first 2 weeks. They didn't get a single sack on him. TJ Watt blew up the rookie, got a sack. Joe Alt's coming, but he looks good too. I'm just saying that just.
Yeah, I wanted the Jets to get him. Yeah, that was.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you bench Justin Fields if you're 3-0. Like,
100%.
Plan was to start Russell Wilson. Not anymore. It's not in the plans anymore.
Just let it ride till the wheels fall off. That's about it.
Yeah. Then you got Caleb Williams 1 and 2.
Not
looking. Maybe it's the Bears.
Might be the Bears.
Maybe it's the Bears.
Listen, you guys know me. I'm a history major. I love always looking to the past to tell me about today and predict tomorrow. Who are the best Bears quarterbacks ever? Jim McMahon, Jay Cutler. Conclusion. Period. End of story.
Yeah, it's not a good look for the Bears at QB historically.
I mean, what do you want me to say? Who was the dude that got them to the Super Bowl? Was it Orton? No, Grossman.
It was one. It just goes to show.
Rex Grossman got them to the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
What was it, like 06,
Redskins
right?
legend Rex Grossman got them to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Jesus.
he has an NFC Championship ring.
Let me see. Let me go. 2000.
Right?
It was 06, right? 06.
Well, I mean,
Bears?
that's what happens when you go out and you get all these offensive receivers and you don't upgrade the
Yeah.
line.
Yeah,
You
he got them
don't
to the
protect
Super
the
Bowl.
quarterback. Yeah, you can go out there and run a route, but Caleb Williams is running for his life off the snap.
Rex Grossman went 13-3 in 06 with the Bears. He had 23
Redskins
touchdowns, 3,000 yards, and they went to the Super Bowl that year. They lost to the Colts, right?
Yep.
Yep.
First kick of the game, Devin Hester took it to the house. I'll never forget it.
No, they lost to the Colts.
That was the first football game I remember watching.
They absolutely demolished the Saints in the NFC Championship that year, 39-14. Wow, crazy.
So, like, what I'm saying is, like, they always kind of were just like, defense wins championships, 85 Bears.
Yeah.
And, they never really shied away from it. And they always kind of double, triple, quadruple down on it.
Yeah.
So, like, do they even know how to develop quarterbacks? Do they know how to find people to develop quarterbacks? Because a lot of people are like, why can't they just develop? It's like, well, who watches the Watchmen? Who picks the person to pick the person for that?
Yes.
Like, what boxes are they looking at checking? Like, the Rays are always good at starting pitching. Do you think that's a coincidence that they've been good at starting pitching for almost 20 years? No. Because they know what to look for. So I think a lot of that is that. But Caleb Williams, and like how to develop, how to grow, and not just, all right, so you're good in college, just be good now. Caleb Williams, yeah, it sounds easy enough, right?
Yeah.
Caleb Williams, he hasn't been bad. I don't think he's bad.
I think he's been all right. Yeah, it's a rookie.
Okay.
It's a rookie QB, man. I'm not expecting MVP numbers out the gate. No, he's been all right. It could be what guy said. Could be the Bears. Development issues and stuff.
I just think a big part of it is them not going out and getting something to protect your rookie quarterback. Like, you're going out and giving him weapons. That's awesome, and but I mean,
doesn't matter if no protection.
If he's running for his life off the snap, like he's gonna force him to turn the ball over. Like, it's just not gonna be good.
Yeah.
But to Dennis' point, he honestly didn't look bad yesterday. It just was he's got no protection.
Yep, that'll kill you. Offensive line, man, is probably the second most important thing behind a QB. A competent QB. It's insane. But look at the doc here, looking at our list. Let's talk about a little second-year QB right here, Anthony Richardson. What's going on, my boy AR? I still love the guy, but it's been rough.
It's very, very inconsistent. Very inconsistent. From what I can see,
it's been rough the last 2 weeks.
I don't know how you feel about him, Dennis, but I think it's just some inconsistencies.
I haven't seen enough of him to have an opinion because he got hurt so much last year.
Yeah.
He does kind of give me a bit of a Jameis Winston vibe of feast or famine. You know what I'm saying? He's either going to look really good in a game or just awful.
The highs will be high, the lows will be low.
Yeah. And there's other quarterbacks like that too. Shoot, I mean, Dak could look like that.
Oh, yeah.
At times, I thought Tannehill was the same thing too. He wasn't like a steadying ship. He was either going to Jimmy Garoppolo. Guys are going to either look really good or just like really not good. And I know they're different archetypes. They play different, but it's just week to week. Like, you really don't know what's coming through the door.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because he looked great week 1 against Houston, man. He had that rushing touchdown, two passing touchdowns.
He had a really nice pass yesterday, and then the next drive they get down at the 1. He just, if you saw this play, he just threw it to the other team. Just threw it right to him.
Yeah,
threw it right to the Bears. Like, he goes out there and throws a bomb. I forget who it's to. It might have been Pierce. I don't know. Then he just, on the 1, lobs it to the defense, and just like, it's like, like, who are we getting? Like, the last play you just threw a bomb, beautiful throw, and the next play you're throwing it away to the defense. Like, very inconsistent. And I'm obviously bust is a little over dramatic.
No,
way too early. Yeah, but
it's like the inconsistencies are definitely there for sure.
Yeah,
I think he's got to slide a little bit more. I mean, he is. I don't know if you guys have seen him play. He's huge. Like,
he's
6'5", 200 something. Like, he's huge.
But his passing, he needs to work in that department for sure.
Definitely.
For sure.
Know what to do with the ball, throw it away. I mean,
yeah. And in Kansas City, man, tight end legend Travis Kelce off to a very quiet start.
Who's that?
This year.
You're talking about Taylor Swift's boyfriend. Okay.
Yeah. What's going on with Kelce, man? I mean, the 1 year I get this dude in fantasy in a league, I might as well not start a tight end at that point.
Same. Taylor Swift's boyfriend looks like shit.
I'm holding on for dear life, waiting for David and Joker to come back. I need Two-Face to save my season.
Two-Face.
And that's not nice. But listen, it's my fault because I knew this was going to happen, and I drafted Travis Kelce knowing this was going to happen. They did the same thing last year. They didn't target him often because they know he's an older tight end and has a ridiculous amount of mileage on him. And then second half of the year or later in the year, he's going to turn it on. And they're just going to keep going home on everything.
Yeah.
What do you want me to say?
No.
What do you want me to say? Like, people are like, oh, is this, is he washed or whatever? It's Taylor Swift's fault. No, it's like, give me a break. What do you want me to say? Like, we see this in other sports all the time. Minutes restrictions, things like that. Like, they know, the Chiefs know that he could put him on with a broken leg. They'll double team him. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, like, who's the best pass catchable player on the Chiefs? Travis Kelce. I don't care what Rashee Rice is doing. It's still Travis Kelce. Is he getting targets? Like, is it me? Am I missing something? Is he getting 14 targets and just 2 receptions?
I don't know. I got to look at his stats.
Because I've seen like the other 2 games. Once again, I was at the Mets game last night, so I couldn't watch it. But I don't know. Like I said, I have him, so I saw the stats.
He got 5 targets and 4 receptions. I mean, Rashee Rice.
So like that's not a crazy amount.
Rashee Rice got 14 targets yesterday with 12 receptions.
I rest my case.
So, I mean, clearly their game plan was to feed the ball to Rice.
Yeah.
I mean, 12 receptions? Holy shit. 14 targets, 110 yards and a touchdown.
That was Kelce's high last year, was 12 receptions last year, and he balled out last year. So Rice already surpassed.
I'm also assuming they're probably covering Kelce extremely harder than they are anyone else because they know Kelce is a safety blanket for Mahomes, and he doesn't even run routes. He just goes out there and gets open. Like their game plan for Kelce is just literally follow Mahomes and get open.
He's out there somewhere. That's the game plan. But yeah, I definitely agree with you, Dennis, for sure. I think Kelce, it's only a matter of time till he's gonna get his. It's Travis Kelce. He's gonna get his, whether it's the fantasy semifinals or next week. He's gonna get his. So just gotta be patient with him. He'll be all right. It's the Chiefs, man. Gotta stop doubting him at this point. But yeah, a lot of tight ends though, man. Mark Andrews, this guy has disappeared. Tight end's kind of a barren wasteland this year in fantasy, bro. I really don't know. Laporta is kind of off to a slow start too.
He sprained his ankle yesterday.
Yeah, now he's questionable. I saw that.
He got rolled up on. He's probably going to be done like for 2 to 3 weeks, I would think.
I know. Ferguson had a good game yesterday.
Did he?
Yeah.
Jake Ferguson?
He got 15 fantasy points last I checked.
Oh yeah, he did get the ball fed.
Yeah, I love Ferguson.
12 receptions, 117 yards, 16 targets. Well, no. That wasn't him. My bad.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be out longer, too. I was like, fuck. I had this guy everywhere. Yeah, man.
11 targets.
Yeah, 11 targets. Good for him.
95 yards.
Yeah, he's a beast, bro.
And he's playing on probably partially torn MCL.
Yeah. So
he sat out 1 week.
As the weeks go by, he's only going to heal up even more, so that's a good sign.
What do you guys think about tonight's doubleheader? You got any predictions?
So let's see. We got the Bengals versus the Commanders, right? And the Bills Jaguars. Is that correct?
Yeah, Bills Jaguars is first. That's 7, and then Washington's at 8:15.
Here, let me pull this up.
We'll be recording
For those of
tonight,
you
so
who
we're not gonna
don't
be able to watch
know,
it.
Jacksonville Bills is on ESPN. Washington Cincinnati's on ABC.
Might be able to watch some of the Bills. I don't know. I have the new phone, so I just got a phone 7 days ago. Good for me.
Oh, good.
I have storage, so maybe I'll download like all the streaming apps and watch it while I'm recording tonight. But I don't know. Shoot, like I did an article for respectmyregion.com about the 5 games to watch this week, which I'm going to be doing every week. And neither of these were in it. I think the Jaguars suck. I think the Commanders suck. I think the Bengals might suck. I think the Bills are pretty good.
Yeah, so we got the 0-2
I mean,
Jaguars at Bills 2-0. Then Commanders are 1-1 at the Bengals.
I know what you're about to say. The Bengals off to a slow start. Guy, what do you think of this? Dennis, what's your take? Listen,
They're due.
they're always a slow team. I don't think they could get away with it this year, but they're always a slow burn. I think that's a problem on coaching. Who's it? Sean Taylor, Zach Taylor, whatever his name is.
Zach Taylor.
That's the one.
R.I.P. Sean Taylor.
Oh.
Commanders are
There's so
playing.
many Sean. I was just trying to be a jerk. There's so many Sean head coaches, whatever. Next, I was gonna call him Johnny Taylor, the freaking bassist from Duran Duran. So, like,
Sean Payton. No,
yeah, you know, I don't know that guy,
that guy.
Taylor Swift. I know there's a
Zachary-
Taylor somewhere in there. Lawrence Taylor.
Zachary Taylor, former United States president.
Yeah, John Taylor.
All right, we're getting off topic.
Whatever. Jonathan Taylor Thomas. No, but home improvement for the Bengals. And listen, man, they start off slow every week. I know they can't get away with it this year because the Steelers are actually not a bye week anymore for them, but
Yeah.
this just is the way it is. It's an indictment on Zach Taylor that this team is always like that. So
Yeah.
they have the weapons. Week 1, all right, I'll give you a pass. Jamar Chase was holding out or something like that. T. Higgins, they didn't know what was going on there.
He's back tonight, by the way.
So like, I'll give you them a pass because injuries, weirdness, whatever, fine. But now you really got to step it up.
Yeah.
If the Commanders beat them a week ago, couldn't even score a touchdown. Or you can look at it the other way. The Commanders are so good, we don't need to score a touchdown to win, bro. I get it. But, dude, you got to win, especially you're at home.
Yeah.
They got to win, dude.
Yeah, this is big because, you know, Steelers are 3-0. You're going to be 0-3. That's a huge hole to dig out of. You know, you don't want to be doing that for more than a quarter of the season. So, yeah, it's the Bengals got to win. They got to win. I know the week 1 and week 2 was kind of Jamar Chase's like camp or whatever. So, I mean, we'll see. Hopefully.
You can only put so much blame on one player. I mean,
Exactly,
I don't know. Bengals went to Arrowhead, and say what you want with the flags, whatever. They lost. End of the day, lost. Flag was a little BS, not going to lie. But, I mean, they played with arguably the best team in the league right now. In Arrowhead, away. I mean, Burrowhead. So, I mean, it's Joe Burrow. I'm not expecting a win, honestly, from the Commanders tonight because this will be the game, of course. The Bengals turn it around, and their season starts today. T. Higgins is back. They don't really have a running game. I don't think Chase Brown or Zach Moss are really doing anything. But Gesicki, for some reason, is killing it. Mike Gesicki, the grittier, killing everyone. I can't wait to see him fucking go out and gritty on Washington. I think the Bengals win, honestly. But I think Washington's defense, they don't have a secondary. No secondary. So whatever Jamar Chase's overs are, smash the overs because their secondary is literally trash. Malik Neighbors had a career day against them last week. I mean, he killed them. They don't have a secondary. So T. Higgins and Jamar Chase, this is going to be it for them. They're going to have a great game today.
But you guys still won last week.
I don't care. It's the Giants. I mean, Washington and Giants are both laughable. It's just a matter of time until I'm on this show again saying Daniel Jones sucks. Trade him.
Fair enough.
So I don't know. The fact that we won 7 field goals, that's embarrassing. So I don't know. I don't think Washington pulls out a win today. I really don't.
What do you think about the Bills Jags?
Bills.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't. I
Why
do.
are the Jaguars so bad? Because like, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, as much as people want to dunk on Deshaun Watson, dunk on this quarterback, dunk on that, Trevor Lawrence has just been like horrific.
Yeah,
I think he's
been
the most
horrible.
overrated. He's the most overrated QB in the league, in my opinion.
Yeah,
He's-
I think you're right.
definitely
I-
one of them. I think
Dude,
he's starting to. I think
it-
people
you're
starting to
right.
realize he's not that good.
Isn't he tied with Jordan Love for highest paid QB in the league right now?
He's
That's
up
insane to me. That's insane to
I know
me.
he's
Yeah,
up there.
neither of them should be, if we're being honest.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I think he might.
And I
be
like
the
Love,
Same.
but-
I think he might be the same
love
as Daniel Jones. I think that's what it is. I don't think it's Jordan. There's no way. If it's Jordan Love, then the
It
Jaguars.
is Jordan Love.
Jordan Love, I believe.
is?
I believe he's the highest paid QB in the league.
Yeah,
I think
he-
Trevor Lawrence is tied with him, or like 100K shy of it,
I
something
think-
like that.
It's it's so funny to me. What cracks me up so much is the stupidity of front offices in sports.
Yep.
If you ever think that somebody who gets paid a lot of money is good at their job, look at front offices in sports. What did we learn last week, guys?
Oh
You
my
know, I
God,
just
he's
said earlier
such-
about history. Last season, what did we learn? You could throw out a backup quarterback and still do well.
Yep.
What did the 49ers
Wow.
show? So why are we spending so much money on quarterbacks?
It
And
goes Dak,
The talent of
Burrow,
quarterbacks.
Lawrence, Love, and Tua. Oh my God.
yeah, it's not
The
looking
talent of quarterbacks coming out of college is so much higher than it used to be
good. Yep.
that the difference between a starter and a backup isn't as drastic. So why are they giving Jordan Love and Trevor Lawrence FU money?
Yep.
I think it's just it's an archaic philosophy of your quarterback needs to be paid.
Yep.
And if you really want to go a step further, you could use the Giants last year as an example. We still almost made the playoffs. Like, it wasn't that unthinkable towards the end of the season. If you go back and say, well, if Tommy DeVito threw more than one pass against the Jets, maybe, So I don't understand it. I don't get it. The contract.
Also,
As far as this particular matchup goes, the Bills are going to steamroll them.
I agree. And another thing too, to your point, Dennis, not that he's a backup QB, but like, where is Patrick Mahomes on the highest paid QB list? God, you still have the list up? Tell me, because
Yeah.
I know he's not top 10 or something like that. That's insane to
Well,
me.
I mean, when you want to be good, it's not about how much money you're making. You want your team to go out and spend money. Like
Exactly,
That's kind
but
of
I'm
why I
just saying-
respect Mahomes for that.
Exactly.
He's tied for 12th, making $45 million a year behind.
Why
Deshaun
is there
Watson.
12 other QBs getting paid more than Patrick Mahomes? And their names are Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah,
That's
is-
insane to me.
I think it's
It's
because,
insane.
like I said, I think it's because he's like, I'll take the pay cut. To Brady did it too. Like, I'll take the pay cut
Exactly.
for the team to go
I
out
was
and
just about
spend.
to say it.
That's how you win championships.
That's how
my
you
point.
win. Like it's
Yeah.
it's at the end of the day, like you want to win, you got to be able to spend the money elsewhere too. It's not just one position. Like Patrick Mahomes, I'd love to have him, but I mean, you got to be able to spend the money elsewhere too to be.
And that's
good.
why like all like the Chiefs haters are so shocked every year that they win and Taylor Swift
Yeah.
this, Taylor Swift that. It's like, why are you shocked? Well, this is Brady part 2. Hater to love it. It is. He's taking all these pay cuts. It's insane to me that like you said about the front office, Dennis, that they're offering Trevor Lawrence this FU money, man. It's insane to me. Once he signed that contract back, I think it was back in July or August. I forget when he signed it. I scratched my head. I'm like, it's not going to work out. It could work out, but you're not winning 3-4 Super Bowls with Trevor Lawrence. It's not happening.
One
It's
if you're
not-
lucky.
One if you're extremely lucky. It's not going to work.
And you know why else it works to take a pay cut like that? Turn on your TV during an NFL game. Any NFL game, any team, not the Chiefs. What do you see during the commercial breaks?
Oh,
If
yeah.
you win, you become a household name
Yep.
for winning. You're going to get the deals. You're going to get the endorsements. You're going to get all the other money.
State Farm.
At
baby.
the end of the day, you're going to be making more than those guys anyway.
Yep. That's why Otani can defer, all that money, man. Make $1 million a year.
I was
Because
thinking
you
about
got
that
that New
too.
Balance money.
Yeah, exactly. It's insane.
So I don't get it. I really don't get it. And it's weird because like I'm very pro labor, but to me it's strange from an organizational standpoint to see so many people. My high school gym teacher, who's also the football coach, but I didn't play for him, used to have a saying, and it was funny. A smart guy, he would say a dumbass, puts his hand on a hot stove, burns his hand, says, ow, puts his hand back on the stove. A smart guy puts his hand on a hot stove, says, ow, burns himself, puts it, leaves it off. A really smart person sees the other two dumbasses both put their hands on a hot stove. They don't put their hand on the hot stove because guess what? It's hot.
Yeah.
It blows my mind. Shout out my guy Rob Shaver. But dude, blows my mind how so many teams see other people do this wrong.
And they do it.
And they do it willingly. As to, once again, though, my initial question, why have the Jaguars been so bad? What's the reasoning for it? Is it that now all of a sudden they have Giants Evan Ingram and not heat check Jeremy Lin Sanity Evan Ingram, who doesn't drop game-winning passes every other Tuesday?
I honestly couldn't tell you why. I really don't. It might be a quarterback play. Because their defense is good, I'm pretty sure.
Let's see how T-Law has been the first few weeks.
You guys got any score predictions for the games tonight? Jaguars, Bills?
I'm so bad with this. Christian.
I'm going to be honest. My first thought for Jaguars, Bills, I'm saying 34-10. I think it's a blowout. I don't think it's close.
That's a good guess. I like that.
I like it.
For the Bills, Jaguars, I will go. I'm just going to spitball here. I'll go 27-10. I think that's a good guess right there. For Bengals, 10. Washington, guy, I know you're watching that, but I think you're right,
I'm
man.
waiting for you.
I think you're right. I think we see the Burrow we know and love and the Jamar Chase
100%. That's always against Washington. They come back to life.
Man, I'm gonna go with.
It's probably a blowout.
Yeah, it's not gonna be pretty, man.
No, I could see you guys hanging around
for a little bit.
Yeah, because I love Jaden Daniels, man. I think he can make something work.
I think Bobby Wagner and Frankie Louvu are very underrated and is like a duo. Obviously, Bobby Wagner is Bobby Wagner, but I just think as a duo, those two linebackers are extremely underrated in the NFL's eyes.
I'm gonna go 31-14 tonight for a Cincy game. Bengals.
I'd say 18-15.
Yeah, I'm a fan, so obviously I got, I'm not going to be biased, and I think you guys know I'm not biased when it comes to Washington. I think I want to say, like, for some reason I don't think it's the 30. I think it's like 28-17 Cincy.
I like it. Yeah, I can see Daniels getting a rushing TD. Maybe gets his.
I think he has two. I think rushing and passing, one each.
He has one each so far.
He doesn't have a pass. He doesn't have a passing touchdown yet. I think he gets one tonight.
That's what I'm saying.
But he also has a rushing touchdown as well.
Yeah, I think he's due for a passing touchdown. I think it's a rushing touchdown. Yeah, so I can see two scores right there. Yeah,
and then a field goal. So 28-17.
I think that'll definitely be the better game of the two tonight for sure, 100%.
Unless the Jaguars turn into the playoff Jaguars they were 2 years ago when they lost to the Chargers. Did they lose to the Chargers or did the Chargers lose to them that game?
The Chargers lost to them.
Oh.
They blew it in like hilarious fashion.
Yeah,
I remember I got Chili's that night. I got Chili's to go that night.
You never forget Chili's night. I actually got Chili's the night Pasternak scored the game winner in Game 7 against the Maple Leafs, and I haven't got Chili's since. So that's the reason I remember that. But I guess to end tonight's segment, though, we'll do some Week 4 predictions real quick. Start with Thursday night. Let's do it, right? All right, we got the Giants fan here. We'll start off with you, Dennis. How are we feeling about this game?
Giants.
All right, Dallas at Giants. That's going to Giants. Guy, what about you?
Dallas.
I'm going to have to agree with Guy. I'm going with Dallas, but I think that's going to be a good game.
They didn't do much. They didn't do anything to upgrade, so.
Yeah, I think that's going to be a good game. I think Neighbors is going to continue his legacy season right now. It's going to be fun to watch.
I think it's going to be a good Wan'Dale Robinson game.
I like it.
They're gonna immediately be targeting Malik Neighbors, and like I said, the discount bargain bin players Jones has had to deal with over the years, he's just gonna go to them. Darius Slate and Wan'Dale Robinson, they're gonna look good.
Saints at Falcons, a little NFC South matchup.
Falcons.
I don't know how to feel about the Saints. They might be the real deal, man. I don't know. Kamara's just on fire. Carr looks good.
I don't think the Eagles are good this year. I think Saquon bails them out, and they lost to them yesterday. So I don't know. I don't think the Saints. I think they're pretenders.
They took the Eagles the distance while Rashid Shaheed looked like he didn't even belong in the league. Bars. I'm going Saints. If their best wide receivers so far this year looked horrible, and they still almost took the, I saw what's his name, C.J. Gardner-Johnson, like talking trash about Derek Carr after the game.
Yeah, he called him. He said their quarterback's Derek Carr. Come on, remember that or something like that.
Not for nothing. Like look at the superstars on your team, and you still almost lost to them. So shut the fuck up.
Pretty much, yeah.
Not for nothing. So I'm going Saints at Falcons.
I'll agree with you on that one, Dennis. I'm going the Saints. It's just a gut feeling.
I remember when our quarterback was Tommy DeVito, and we spanked the shit out of the Eagles the last week of the season. Yeah,
I do remember that.
Yeah,
Bengals,
I hate
Panthers.
that so much when someone's just like. I hate when somebody who does like the least amount in a group project acts like they did the most.
Oh, they talk.
I hate it. Hate it.
Dylan Brooks at his finest.
Yep.
Yeah, that's great, bro. All right,
I'm saying Bengals. I don't even think this is.
Yeah, I think this is a home run here.
Andy Dalton's definitely an upgrade, but he's just an experienced vet. That's why he looks better than Bryce Young.
Andy Dalton revenge tour, though.
I'm going Panthers. I cannot lock in harder. Have you seen the stats when Andy Dalton plays for the Panthers?
They're
like a borderline. They're a borderline division winner when Andy Dalton plays for them. He's unbelievable. I don't know why they don't even start him.
He's got nothing to lose.
But just start him full time. I know it's but Bryce Young's like, okay, wow, again, here we go, making dumb mistakes. Did anybody ever think like maybe Bryce Young should just sit out and learn a little bit about the NFL?
Yeah, 100%.
Who would have thought?
Just like they're doing with Drake May. They should have done with Bryce Young.
Unbelievable. The NFL is a man's game until someone has to be an adult in the room. It's hilarious. They're so stupid. What's his stats? What's Andy Dalton's career stats on the Panthers at this point? They've got to be ridiculous. Anytime he plays for them, he looks great.
Probably Joe Montana numbers. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Hold on, I'll pull it up real quick. Andy Dalton, his career on the Carolina Panthers. Let's say we all know he was good back in the day with Cincy. He has years there, but let's say
he was okay.
He's been with the Panthers since 2023, and let's see his first season. He played 3 games, 2 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. What's his QB rating? 48.4. Okay. And now this year, let's see.
It's a funny thing about memory.
He actually already passed.
Bryce Young?
His touchdown total last year. He's got 3 now.
Yeah, he's also passed Bryce Young's touchdown total. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, he has a very good. I know it's 2 games, and the 1 game started. He's got a really good 86.4 QB rating. He had a good year in. You might be thinking of this, Dennis, with New Orleans 2 years ago. He had 18 touchdowns.
That might be what I'm thinking.
Yeah, QB rating 53.1. That's some obviously. I mean, we're talking 10 years ago now. Had some good years in Cincy, but
he also was the backup in Dallas too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think ever. Oh yeah, back in 2020. Yep. Yeah, he had 14 touchdowns that year. Yeah, that's the year Dak got hurt, right?
That's the year Dak's ankle was backwards.
That's the year the Giants should have made the playoffs, and Evan Ingram dropped 2 game-winning passes, and the Giants got screwed. The game Dak Prescott got hurt.
Yeah, so and it's also against his old team, so it's always that revenge tour, type of game you get. So we'll see. I'm going with the Bengals though, because I think the Bengals have a good win tonight, and they're going to keep that rolling for next week. So I think that's what I'll go for that. Rams at Bears. How are you feeling? 1-2 teams.
I think a lot of people are definitely underestimating Caleb Williams after 3 starts, but I think the vet gets it done with the Rams, but I think it's close. I don't think it's a blowout.
I agree with you for the most part on that. I think it's going to be a close game. I think the Bears are going to squeeze that one out. I don't know.
Yeah, I think I'm with Nick on this one.
I think the Bears. They're at home. The Bears are at home. Caleb Williams, he had 2 touchdowns yesterday, 2 interceptions. slowly but surely, maybe we'll see what the first overall picks
Growing
about.
pains. I mean, he's also running for his life all the time. So.
Exactly. Yeah, that offensive line's what kind of sketched me out, but also classic rivalry right here: Vikings at Packers. Sam Darnold versus Malik Willis.
Vikings.
Love might start next week. I'm not 100% sure.
Yeah, that's also true. Yeah, Love might be coming back.
He was questionable this week, but I ride the hot hand and let your quarterback that you paid that much money get healthy. Yeah, I'm going with the Vikings.
I agree. I'm going with the Vikings as well.
You got 2 backup quarterbacks. I mean, I know Darnold's not a backup, but
originally he was supposed to be. I know what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay. Our favorite team, the Jaguars, going against the Texans. I want the Texans on this one.
I mean, me too, but the Texans looked like ass yesterday.
I hear,
this is a blender game. The Jaguars are going to get destroyed.
Yeah. Back-to-back weeks. You got the Bills.
Absolutely annihilated.
Yeah, I think I was on the same page with Dennis with Trevor Lawrence, man. I'm just not crazy about him. He's a good QB. I don't know, man.
You don't even have to say that. Don't say
and I'm taking my wrath out. I'm taking my wrath out on them because Christian Kirk is just killing me in fantasy. He's an anchor, and I'm just cutting him loose. Done. Between Christian Kirk and Evan Ingram, they're probably the most disliked I've ever felt about a football team.
Has Gabe Davis done anything on the Jaguars? I have not heard.
Has anybody done anything?
He might revenge tour game for him.
Yeah,
they have so many weapons.
Yeah,
they have so many guys that you're like, look at the guys on this roster and how good they've been. How are they this bad?
To answer your question before, Dennis, we were asking what's wrong with the Jaguars. I was looking at Trevor Lawrence's numbers; they have not been spectacular. So I don't know if that's it. Yeah,
is he getting sacked? Is he getting pressured? Is it a line problem?
I was looking at
so much money elsewhere.
I was looking at his offensive numbers. He only has 1 touchdown on the year, no interceptions. He only had a 71 QB rating against Cleveland week 2. I don't know. I think it's just he's not connecting with his receivers. I don't know.
26 completions on 51 attempts.
Yeah,
they were another slow burn team last year, but I
just don't buy it.
No, it's horrible.
Yeah, I don't buy it.
He's been sacked 7 times.
Steelers at Colts.
That is quite a bit. You talk 3-4 sacks a week.
Yeah,
that's pretty bad.
So I guess their offensive line is just not doing it. I'll go with the Colts on this one. I'll go with a little upset here.
Ride the hot hand. I think Steelers come out and win.
I feel that.
Really? Oh my god. I can't.
I feel like, but it's a great defense against Richardson, though. So that's what's kind of throwing me off a little bit too.
I'm not saying offense is going to be the reason why they win. If the Steelers continue to win, it's their defense, 100%.
All right.
Fields did look decent yesterday. I'm not gonna lie, he had some good throws. But it's the defense that's gonna keep them in these games.
And honestly, I just realized it's the Steelers' defense against Richardson, who's been a little shaky beginning of the year. I still think he's that guy, but I'm actually gonna go Steelers. Actually,
I'm not saying he's a bust. I'm just saying he's definitely very inconsistent.
Oh, for sure. Right? Yeah,
I still think he's gonna be sick. I just
he
give him
is
some time.
He is 100%.
And everyone's saying this is his second year. He didn't play a full season.
Yeah, I was about to say he didn't have a full rookie season last year. So that against the Steelers defense might be a little rough. Yeah,
probably close, honestly, but I think the Steelers pull it out and win.
Yeah. I mean, Jonathan Taylor too, man. I mean, this guy could score 3 touchdowns.
Pittman's been invisible. Their leading receiver is Alec Pierce.
Yeah,
200 and something yards. I'm about to drop.
That's going to be a close game for sure.
We got Knicks Jets.
Broncos at Jets. Look, not trying to be a homer, but we're home again. I'm gonna go with the Jets on it. I think they're gonna ride after that Thursday night win last week. So I'm going with the Jets.
I'm going Jets. Because a lot of factors. One, I think they're a better team. That's the biggest factor. As you mentioned, the team, the fans are going to be going berserk. We also might have 2 New York teams going to the playoffs around the same time. Mets and Yankees. Yep. Knock on wood for both teams, right? That you know how it goes when other teams start doing good, people just start getting more and more excited.
Yeah, it's a whole culture thing, exactly.
And it just, it just spirals like snowballs, kind of.
Snowball effect, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I think
contagious. It's contagious.
I think the Jets I think they're going to win. But if the Broncos do win, then that tells me a lot about Bo Nix because he's going to be going into that environment.
Exactly. Yeah, I was gonna say too. The Jets' defense against Bo Nix too kind of worries me for the Broncos side.
The Jets are doing all this without Hassan Reddick too.
Exactly. And it sucks that we lost Jermaine Johnson, but they're holding their own. And I think Mosley. I'm trying to remember. Did he come back last week? I think he was out.
He didn't.
Yeah. So I don't know what his status is. He might be back too. That's huge for them in that defense. So
yeah,
I'm going with the Jets on that.
What's the issue with Reddick? He quit on another team, didn't he? Didn't he quit on another team
from the Eagles?
And now it's something with his contract. He's holding out now because he wants to get paid more money. But it's like, dude, like, I don't know. We just traded for you, bro. Like, prove.
Didn't he quit on a team to go to the Eagles?
I'm trying to remember.
Am I thinking of a different guy? Because I don't want to hate on him. But my whole thing is, if I'm the Jets, I'm just cutting him.
The issue with that is it's like so many people are doing this now with contract disputes where I'm generally lost. Like I don't remember who did.
Reddick played for Arizona, Carolina, and Philly. If I had to guess, he probably quit on the Panthers in 2021.
Don't blame him.
Yeah, I mean, what you're talking. I don't see it where it says he quit on them. I'm just saying if he did quit on a team, I'm assuming it's the 2021 Panthers. But he also played for the Cardinals for 4 years before he went to Carolina, and then 2 years with the Eagles. Wow, he had 16 sacks in 1 year for the Eagles.
Yeah, we desperately need him to play. It's just a luxury.
He had 11 last year.
I think I'm just remembering him asking out from the Eagles, requesting a trade because he requested the trade.
Yes.
Yeah, he didn't want to stay because I think the same problem.
Because everything else, he signed deals and they had legitimate reasons. He signed with Matt Rule to go to the Panthers. He played out his contract. They didn't want him for a 5th year in Arizona. So they declined his, all right, fine. It just seems like everything else adds up. So maybe I'm just wrong.
Oh, breaking news. Laporta has been diagnosed with a low ankle sprain. So 2 to 4 weeks.
Great. I got him in redraft. Awesome. That team's fucked.
I just traded for him in one of my leagues.
Yeah, my bad, bro.
That's not your fault.
But listen, you bought low on him.
I still have Evan Ingram, but he's also ass and not playing. So
how many points is he getting you a game too?
Yeah, I'm trying to trade him.
I'm trying to trade Christian Kirk, and all I'm offered is nothing.
A Denny's gift card?
Not even. I would take his gift card. Pancakes for Christian Kirk this year? That's a steal.
What's next? Eagles, Bucks. Eagles at Bucks. 1 o'clock game.
We'll go with the Bucks.
Ahoy, matey. Bombs away.
Bucks at home. I'm feeling it. Mike Evans is going to have a bounce back week because he was invisible.
I'm not going to lie. Baker kind of looked like Baker yesterday. Like old Baker.
Yeah, I hear
it. Bad Baker?
Like bad Baker. Yeah.
The batch was well done.
I still think the Bucks are.
I feel like they're just sneaky good. Yeah, it's a sneaky good team. Guys, Commanders taking on the Cardinals. It's actually kind of
no secondary. Marvin Harrison's gonna have a career day.
Yeah, that's what's gonna burn you, man.
Trey McBride's hurt.
Are the Cardinals like good?
Kyler Murray has started off really hot. I don't know how he did last week because I see they're 1-2 now.
He's got to get all the wins before the Call of Duty comes out.
This honestly is pretty. Honestly, I think this is a pretty even game. I'm just gonna go with Washington because it's my team. But I think it's close.
Yeah, Guy, you know how I feel about Jaden Daniels. I think you guys are gonna take the L against Cincinnati, but I think Daniels, man, I think he's just like, I don't know, like not a lock, but like he's such a good bet for rushing TDs, just getting points up on the board.
He does run a lot and he runs well, but he doesn't slide, and that's what scares me. He does not slide. And he said something in an interview where they said something to him about sliding, and he said, "I don't know how to do that," and they flipped out on him. Like,
I don't know how you could say that, bro.
Don't say that.
Yeah, that's insane.
I actually had a I had a prediction for the next 5 games. I put it on Twitter. I was fighting with this guy on Twitter.
I'm gonna go Commanders with this one, though. Just a gut feeling. I don't know. Just a weird gut feeling. Got to pick some upsets here and there.
I don't even know if it's necessarily an upset. I think both teams
Yeah.
kind of. I mean, Kyler looks good, but I still think they're kind of bad.
Because I thought the Cardinals, I thought they were 2-1, to be honest. I thought they had a hot start or something, but I don't know.
Yeah, I thought that too. I guess they lost. I don't know.
Yeah, I could have sworn they were 2-0.
So I on my last 5 games going back to last week, I have Washington going 2-3, beating the Giants, losing to the Bengals, losing to the Cardinals, beating the Browns, and losing to the Ravens. So I'm
That
saying
seems
for the
low.
show because I'm a Commanders fan, but
You wouldn't be
based off-
surprised if the Cardinals won.
Cardinals are probably winning, but
All right, I hear you.
I think it's even. I think it's
Definitely
even
even.
because somebody on the show is a Commanders fan. I'm going to go Cardinals. No, I'm kidding. I want to see. I like to see my friends happy, so I'll go Commanders. Why not?
I appreciate it,
refuse.
guys. Thanks.
All right. I think this one's a home run here, too. Patriots at 49ers. I think that
is-
might.
They
49ers
both
might
have the same
demolish.
record, bro. That's so weird.
It's
They're-
so weird.
Obviously,
so weird.
49ers. Obviously,
Yeah.
49ers.
That's what
Moving on to the next game.
I'm just curious. I'm just curious about something. I'm going to click this game. I want to see if there's like odds and shit. I just want to see if they have it. Oh shit! Yeah, here we go.
Oh, that's
what?
crazy. That's crazy.
Okay, 430 plus money line there for the Patriots, but that's crazy.
I mean, they're bad.
I made money week 1, Patriots and Bengals. I bet
That's
on the
the
Patriots
spread?
money line.
Oh my god, the spread.
The
Holy
49ers,
crap.
man, they're gonna be fine, dude. Look at this shit, dude. Oh my god.
That's without CMC.
Yeah, bro. And they're hurt. They're gonna be just fine. Wow.
I took
What?
the Patriots money line against the Bengals week 1, and I made money, and I'm happy about it. The only person in America,
That's crazy. Yeah, dude.
likely the only person in America. I don't
Patriots are 28th in offense. They're second, dead last. I'm pretty sure in passing. Wow.
They don't have like a quarter. Brissett's not good.
Yeah, Brissett is not good. Wow. Yeah, I'm going to 49. I think 49ers are going to demolish them there.
So does Vegas.
Yep. Jeez. All right. And then the next one. Chiefs
know. I
at
might put money
Chargers.
on 11. Winning by 11 points is crazy.
That's honestly a good game. Harbaugh
Chiefs
got
and
yeah.
Chargers.
Yeah, that's going to be a
Harbaugh
good
has them. He had them 2-0. Pittsburgh's
Yeah.
not an easy place to play. That's why they lost, honestly.
Don't get me wrong. I'm a
Chiefs.
huge Mahomes fan, but I think the Chiefs are due for an L, man. I think Chargers might
Nah,
pull
they
this one out.
I
They're
might go
winning.
Chiefs, dude.
Herbert's
It's a
hurt.
home game for the Chiefs.
Herbert hurt his ankle.
It's the home game for the Chargers. Oh, if
No,
Herbert's out-
it's a home game for the Chiefs. The Chargers and Rams, they don't have home games. You know, all the Chiefs fans, the front runners, they're gonna go.
Yeah.
It's LA. The city is built on front runners.
Is Herbert out for sure?
I don't
if
know, but if he is, that's just giving me more credence.
Yeah.
I mean,
I forgot Herbert's questionable.
and who else is on that team? What weapons do they have, man? I mean,
Dobbins,
and
He's been
Lad
off to a hot start.
McConkey.
Yeah,
Lad
McConkey's been good. Yeah, he's been nice.
I don't. I think the Chiefs, man. I think the Chargers are
For sure, it's the
outmanned,
Chiefs. I
outgunned.
mean, they're
It's
way
also
more.
it's also what I said about Kelsey too. This guy's also due. He's gonna get his any day. So
Yeah, they gotta. They
Yeah.
really gotta prioritize him.
if Herbert was fully healthy, I'd maybe lean Chargers for the upset. But yeah, I'm gonna go
That
Chiefs.
next game is a shit bowl.
Yeah,
No, it's not. Gardner Minshew, one of Gardner's finest moments came against the Browns last year when he almost beat them.
Almost.
I'm going Raiders.
I'm gonna go Raiders as well because I'm not high on the Browns at all
I guess
whatsoever.
I'll go
come
Raiders
on.
too. I
Don't
don't. I
disrespect Uncle
personally,
Rico like
I
that.
don't care for that game.
Neither do I. Yeah, I agree with you there.
No, I'm circling it on the calendar. I can't wait.
It's got a big matchup that
I
day.
can't wait to be vindicated. The greatest quarterback in the world is taking on the Browns. I
Another
can't
Monday
wait.
night doubleheader. I thought Washington had the doubleheader because they're just so bad that they need to put another team on to
Yeah.
watch.
These two Monday night games are just kind of a little.
Do
over
we
the
just
top.
skip Bills,
Yeah, we did.
Ravens?
We did skip Bills. Ravens.
Bills Ravens
Game of the week. We skip it.
Ooh, Sunday night.
At Baltimore too. Baltimore is a tough place to play.
I'm going with Ravens.
Baltimore.
Yeah,
I'm going for the
I-
same reason. I'm going for the same reason of the Jets thing of the Orioles either miss the playoffs, miss the division, win the division, and make playoffs. That like all those fans that aren't going to be playing, like if they have a bye or something like that, like all those fans are going to be there and just rowdy.
Yeah.
and they're losing. So fans are already on edge. It's a good team. It's like an AFC matchup, championship matchup kind of thing that we could theoretically see both of these teams there. Ravens.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going with
Especially, let's be honest with you, the Bills have had a really easy schedule.
Yeah.
So far. We really don't know.
Keon Coleman's been a disappointment.
Yeah.
So
pissing me off.
Titans Dolphins. This is kind of another. I mean, the Dolphins still got Tyreek Hill and Waddle in that run game still. I'll go with the Dolphins.
Pretty sure what's his name ended up starting over. He got hurt, Thompson, and then they put in Boyle.
Boy, yeah, Dolphins are in a rough spot at QB.
I guess I'll go.
It's not a
Why
bad
don't they just call it Tannehill? It's
That's what I
look,
said.
Ryan, you don't have to develop a quarterback now, so you're going to look less like an asshole. You might as well
Familiar
just play for
face,
a season.
though. Yeah, exactly.
I don't even know who to pick, honestly. I guess I'll go Dolphins. I mean, they have
Titans.
more firepower on offense, but they literally don't have a quarterback. And
I'm
Will
going
Levis
Titans.
Will Levis eats mayonnaise, so I don't know.
I don't like that.
Drinks,
I'm not high on that part of him. I don't think he's like a particularly great quarterback, but I think he is an old-fashioned gunslinger. I'll keep us in it quarterback, and I think that's the exact thing the Dolphins can't go up against. They either win or lose by a lot.
Yeah, I think Levis is definitely decent. I don't know. I'm literally only picking the Dolphins because they have a way better offense.
Yeah.
Maybe not way better, but better. But no quarterback.
They don't like their uniforms. They like teal.
Seahawks at Lions. To be honest, I didn't know the Seahawks were 3-0. I actually did not know that.
Let's go Lions.
Rawr.
I'll go off the Lions as well. Home game, 2-1. I think it's the Lions. I mean, they should be kicking ass this year. I'll go Lions on that. I think Seahawks are due for a loss.
I'm physically incapable of picking against David Montgomery.
That's your boy.
It's my guy, Monty.
We're all in agreement.
All right.
All right.
That's
we should
it
do a
for-
chart for next week.
See who wins and loses. I'll look back
And just
at
have
it.
like a running chart.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
So
All right. Anything else you guys want to talk about? Or
in football,
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I really have to pee.
That's a way to end it. That's a way to
I'm
end
not
the
gonna
show
lie. I
right
need
there.
to get up right now and go to the bed.
Well, Guy has to go take a whiz. So that wraps up for the show today. Thanks for tuning in. For any questions, send us an email at pastimesonthemic@gmail.com. We'll be back with your answers next week for more content. Be sure to follow us on TikTok, X, Instagram, and YouTube. Any social media that you're on. Guy, go have fun, man. All right, boys. It was good talking to you.